The prices of flagship-class smartphones have skyrocketed over the years, and it is not at all shocking to see people spending more than Rs. 70,000 for the latest iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, and Google Pixel models. Thankfully, if your budget isn't so generous, you can get nearly the same performance, features, and style in less than half the time. There are plenty of options in the sub-range in the 30,000 categories, and some of the recently launched models at this price level also have features that are not yet in the more expensive flagships. The Xiaomi Mi 11X offers the very powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 SoC at a surprisingly low price, and the trade-off is camera quality. While this phone is great for gaming and entertainment, it takes average photos and videos during the day, while performance in low light is on par. You get a big, bright, vibrant 6.67-inch 120Hz Full HD Plus display and a battery that easily lasts all day. There are also some premium touches like Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and back, IP53 rating and stereo speakers. You can buy the Mi 11X with 6GB or 8GB of RAM, but the storage is stagnant at 128GB. Games run great, and videos look great on screen. The 48-megapixel main rear camera is serviceable, and the 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera is pretty weak, but the surprising standout is the 5-megapixel telemacro camera that allows for some very creative shots. The Galaxy A52 is part of the A series and was launched alongside the Galaxy A72. The new Galaxy A52 sports a large 6.5-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with a hole-punch display. It also has a fast 90Hz refresh rate. The construction is primarily plastic, which is not the case with its competition. The Galaxy A52 is IP67 rated, and you'll get a rubber seal around the SIM tray to help keep water and dust out. The smartphone packs a 4500 mAh battery and is manageable for single-handed use. The battery is capable of fast charging at 25 watt, but you only get a 15-watt charger in the box. The Galaxy A52 packs a quad camera setup at the back that includes a 64-megapixel primary camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera, a 5-megapixel macro camera, and a 5-megapixel depth sensor. Camera performance is acceptable in daylight, but the wide-angle camera doesn't capture as much detail as the primary camera. Close-ups were good, and the Galaxy A52 clicks some decent portraits. The macro camera was also good at delivering crisp output. Selfies taken with the selfie camera were good, and the camera did a good job in most lighting conditions. Realme has launched a new X7 Max 5G soon after the X7 Pro 5G, and this new phone offers a much more powerful SoC, but at a lower starting price. The Density 1200 SoC is great for gaming and general productivity. In the retail box, you get a 4500 mAh battery and 50W fast charging with a 65W charger unit supplied. Battery life is excellent, and you should be able to last more than a day on each charge. The 6.43-inch Super AMOLED screen is crisp, but not the best we've seen. Stereo speakers make games and movies more attractive. The default apps of Realme UI give some spammy notifications, but there are a lot of features too. The cameras are disappointing overall, especially in low light. You may also not like the plastic rear panel, which does not feel very premium. The premium design of the Reno 4 Pro helps it stand apart from the competition and is easily one of its best features. It's incredibly thin, 7.7mm, and lightweight, 161 grams, which is a refreshing change of pace. Oppo Reno 4 Pro sports a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 for scratch protection. It runs on Oppo's Coloro 7.2, which is based on Android 10. Some new smarts have also been added, such as icon pull-down gestures and quick return bubbles for the game. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro sold here has 4 rear cameras. 48-megapixel primary, 8-megapixel ultra-wide, 2-megapixel macro, and 2-megapixel depth camera. In terms of image quality, the primary Sony IMX586 sensor delivers predictable results during the day. Details are generally good, HDR works well, and colors are well saturated. The Oppo Reno 4 Pro can shoot 4K videos up to 30 FPS with stabilization, but can only use the primary rear camera. It sports a 6.56-inch AMOLED display with a Full HD Plus resolution, 90Hz refresh rate, and HDR10 Plus certification. Overall, the Vivo X50 is a very well-built smartphone with a premium in-hand feel. Vivo X50 Pro, based on Android 10, runs the same software as FunTouchOS 10.5. There's a lot packed into this custom Android skin, with tons of unnecessary apps like Vivo's own app store, browser, and email client, none of which can be uninstalled. The main rear camera was pretty impressive overall. In broad daylight, landscape shots packed in lots of detail, colors were vibrant, and exposure was balanced. In low light, the main camera automatically reduces the shutter speed for better exposure. There's a bit of graininess, and brightly lit areas can look overexposed, but switching to night mode fixes both these issues.